Hi there, Gemini. Welcome back. Guys, I have felt like I was going to die. It was so bad. I don't know what I got, but I didn't go to the hospital, even though my daughter was like, "You need to go to the hospital." I did not go to the hospital. Kind of thinking, well, I didn't want to go to the hospital because I didn't want to pay the ambulance bill, but yeah, it was bad. It was, I don't know if something's going around or what. I couldn't hold anything down. Like 5 minutes after I would eat, it was gone. I was throwing up bad. Anyways, my daughter got me these new cards. So I've been really excited to use them, but I've been so sick I wasn't able to. If you're curious about them, these are from Sheen and they're called the Cute Ghost Tarot. Okay. I was really excited and they're really nicely made, so they're really cute. Okay, so your first card out is going to be the Nine of Sticks. Same thing as Nine of Wands. Let's see where that's going. Spirit, give us a clear, concise message here for Gemini. What is going on in Gemini's energy? And let's see what's going on here, Gemini, for you. Yeah, it was bad, guys. I have been pumping myself with vitamin C. I've been drinking that Mott's Pineapple Passion. It is so good. And it actually makes me feel better. So hopefully it'll boost up my immune system. I'm drinking it right now, actually, as we speak. Let me show y'all the bottle, just in case y'all want to get some. It's supposed to be all natural. It's really good. Has 100% vitamin C, so she found it on sale, I believe at Kroger's. So I think it was like, I don't know how much it was. But anyways, I'm going to start pumping myself with a lot of vitamin C, and I suggest everybody does, because, I don't know, maybe something's going around here. But I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate your well wishes and sticking by me. You have no idea how much I really appreciate you guys. Y'all are awesome. Okay, let's see what we got here for you guys. A lot of interchangeable energy, that's for sure. And action. Okay, so there might be a lack of resources at this time for you, but there is a bond that is around you. You're very strongly attached to a home or a relationship, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. But it seems like you're taking on a lot of burdens on your shoulders at this time. I'm hearing you're taking on quite a bit, actually. I mean, any more and your back will break. That's what I'm hearing, Gemini. So things have been kind of tough. Maybe you were having well, for one of you, you might be going through a situation where you're having a hard time in a relationship. We still have 2 cards left. I'm going to put those to the side. I don't know if y'all can see that in the screen, but I'm going to put it to the side. So you might be going through a very difficult time in a relationship where it seems like you're taking on more than you should be, Because a, there's definitely a lack of teamwork, and it seems like you're figuring out, or you're trying to, or you have been figuring out that you have to actually work smarter, not harder. You're trying to figure out ways to. Sorry, I hit the mic. It seems like you're trying really hard to like figure things out, how to make life simpler, how to get from point A to point B, how to get things done. Just really trying to figure things out and also deal with this relationship. You know, I do feel like you have somebody that's around you that is not communicating with you as they should. Somebody's not really learning from their mistakes, and I think this is something that has been going on with you, in your energy. Like somebody's not learning. They're not learning from their mistakes, and it seems like they're just really putting a lot of pressure on you because they know that you're bonded to them. Once they know you're bonded to them, it seems like Like they could treat you any kind of certain kind of way, and that's the energy I'm getting from this. And they don't want to learn. And this might be just for one of you. This person doesn't want to learn because it seems like things are very comfortable for this person the way that things are. They like it. Well, I wouldn't say they like it, but they're comfortable with it because you're doing everything. You're the one that is carrying everything on your shoulders. If this is not your reading, guys, then this is not your reading. Remember, roles can always be reversed. This could be somebody that you're dealing with. Somebody that you're in a relationship with, and that person feels like you're not learning, So this could be reversed. This could be somebody looking at you like, hey, I'm carrying this whole thing on my shoulders, Gemini. Where are you? Why aren't you communicating with me? Why aren't you pitching in, right? So if you're a cross watcher, this could be reversed. Because not everybody's on the same road, right? Everybody's on their own road. Everybody's going through their own relationships at this time and the issues in that relationship. Somebody here is very focused on what needs to be done next. Somebody here is very focused on trying to get out of a rough situation or a rough cycle. Somebody here is very focused on how things are very one-sided and in the feeling that they're getting cheated. And it's unfair, that feeling of unfairness. Somebody here, I'm just going to say it this way. Somebody here feels drained, like they are just being drained. Emotionally drained, mentally drained, financially drained. That's what I'm getting. Just financially, just overly overloaded, stressed out of their mind, taking on so much responsibility, just can't wait for it to end. This period. Just that's what I'm picking up on. Somebody here is just wanting this to end. Wanting this toughness, the hardness, the struggle to end. And they're upset because things are not working out the way that they were hoping. Things are not working out the way that they were praying. They're not getting some form of resource that they were expecting. They're not getting comfort. They're not getting the comfort. Somebody here is praying for some form of comfort and nothing's being done. There's no movement. Somebody's praying like, just please, we need some relief, okay? This is you or the person you're dealing with. And it does not necessarily have to be in the relationship. This could be just like financial, because financial is coming in. So it's like somebody feels like they just keep giving and giving and giving, and the other person just keeps taking and taking and taking. And it seems like to be a very huge imbalance, yes, but like somebody's taking advantage of their position in another person's life, and it seems to be this pressure, this bubble is building up here. It's a huge bubble, and it's because somebody is refusing to learn. Somebody is refusing to accept like responsibility. And that's how it's coming out. Like somebody's just refusing the concept. The concept of responsibility, of their own self and everything else that comes in it. We have the Seven of Swords coming out at the end here, guys. And we have the World card. I'm going to put it over here because I'm not sure if y'all can see it in the screen. Now, for one of you, and I do feel like this might be for one of you, you're dealing with somebody who is very unethical. Okay, you're dealing with somebody that doesn't have any morals. The way that you think of life is not the way that this person thinks of life, as far as morals go. Like the things that you would never dream of doing, you're dealing with somebody who doesn't care and they will do it. It doesn't matter if it's illegal. It doesn't matter if it's morally wrong. This is, you're dealing with somebody, and this is maybe for one or maybe a couple of you. And I just want to throw that in there. I just want you to be aware that with this person that you're dealing with, it's not telling me who that person is. It's just that you're bonded to this person. And there's a lot of different kinds of bonding. There's trauma bond, which means, there's really no love. You basically become a slave to the other person because you're trying to regain your self-worth, right? So there's trauma bonds. You could be trauma bonded with this person. It's not really coming out that way in the cards, but just because it's not on the table doesn't mean it's not there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm putting it there. I'm just letting it out, guys, letting y'all know. But and I feel like that might be for one of you, because the reason why I'm saying this about trauma bonding is because of, for a couple of you possibly, you're dealing with somebody who is morally corrupt. And when you're dealing with somebody who's morally corrupt, the things that they are capable of are normally the things that you would never think of doing. You know what I mean? Yeah, so be careful with that, especially when somebody is abusing their power and you're giving and giving and they're taking and taking, because you can only give so much. Eventually you're going to give yourself away, and when you give yourself away, that's, well, first of all, you're losing all your time and energy when you could be pouring that into something that would be more fulfilling for you, instead of an empty well, I do feel like this person wants to come and apologize. I mean, I do see an apology of some kind coming over, but I also feel like one of you're dealing with somebody who's two-faced, so be careful with that, whoever this is in your life. And this might be for one of you, okay? But yes, we are seeing somebody who's morally corrupt and somebody who is very two-faced. So this apology may not be as sincere as you're hoping. And I feel strongly that the apology might have more to do with, just soothing the situation over. So, yeah, I would be cautious with that. I'm going to dig deeper into that real quick for one of you who's dealing with this person. Tell me more about this apology, Spirit. I want to find out how sincere this apology could be. Because my take on it is that, yes, I feel very strongly it's because you might have threatened this person. You might have told this person that they were going to be left out in the cold. You might have, let this person know that you were about to end this. And this person is like, no, no, no. You're not going to end this. You're not going to stop this. This cycle is going to keep going. You might have been pushing this person away, or they're sensing that you have. And they don't want this to end. They don't want this to end at all. For one of you, I'm hearing they have you right where they want you. Because you're taking on a lot of responsibility doing it all. Carrying it all. For one of you, maybe possibly for, well, maybe more than one of you, a couple of you probably have packed up. Starting to walk away from the house. Loading up the house. Thinking about loading up the house. Really focusing on it, thinking about it. And this person, if that is the truth, I want you to know this person's picking it up. If you have not told this person that you're ready to leave, you're ready to walk out, whoever this person is, I don't know why I want to say somebody here, it's your son. Like you're telling this male son of yours that you're tired. This person, has been pushing you, and they're, 25, 30 years old and still expecting you to carry them, even though they're well bodied to carry themselves. For one of you, this could be your own child. It's not in the cards. It's just my instincts is picking it up. That for one of you, this is your child who's in a masculine energy. So if it's a female who's in her masculine energy, because that's what my third eye is making me feel. So you're having to deal with somebody who's trying to dominate you, because masculine energy, Yes. Well, this person doesn't want this to end. This person is aware that you're pushing them away. And they're upset about it, just so you know. I'm hearing one of you told this person flat out, you're giving up. Whoever this person is to you, I'm hearing you told them you're giving up. Yes, you're bonded to them. Yes, you love them. But you're giving up, because what else can you do? You're going to keep fighting until your back breaks, Gemini? I mean, think about it. At some point, you gotta do for yourself. You gotta, because your body needs nutrition. Your body needs, you need to be able to take care of yourself, your body. Of course, the older you get, the more you need to take care of your body. The more aware you need to be of your, everything that comes into taking care of your body, exercising and nutrition and medications and everything that comes with getting older. And I'm talking to you who this is your child, It's a bond. It's really bad is when your own child is this way. I mean, you just don't expect it from your own baby. It's hard. I sympathize with you. Yeah, I can see how that could be really hard. I want you to know this person's coming in to apologize because they're really scared of this. They're really scared of this. They're really scared that you're just going to go and isolate yourself, and then they're not going to have that connection to you. You know what I mean? Like you're going to go isolate yourself. That's what they're so worried about. This is why they're coming in to apologize. They're worried that you're going to, maybe you've done it in the past. Maybe you have, they've seen you act this way where you have gone and isolated yourself and got away from them. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, I better get in there real quick and say something. I better get in there and stop Gemini from leaving. I better do something. This person's thinking they better do something. They better get their act together. Because if they don't, they're going to miss out. They're hoping you're going to ignore the warning signs. They're trying to make sure that you ignore the warning signs. The warning signs is you getting burned out, you being stressed out of your mind and getting burned out. You know what I mean? Be careful. I do feel like this person is lying to you, Gemini. So they're gonna lie. I'm seeing it. They're gonna lie. They're gonna lie, and they're gonna say whatever they have to keep you right where they want you. They're really worried that you're going to accomplish something here, and I want to figure out what that is. They're worried about you accomplishing. I feel like it's you packing up and ending this cycle and moving on and getting out of Dodge. That's what I think it is, but I'm going to verify it really quickly and see what we get. First card out, Tower. Yeah. They're worried that reality is going to hit them and bite them in the butt. Look, Chariot coming out in reverse, the Star card. Okay, I feel like this person is worried. They're worried that their rug is going to get, flipped underneath their feet. You're going to pull the rug out from underneath them. They're worried that they're not going to have nowhere to go. They're worried that you're going to successfully go away. Yeah, they're worried that you're going to change directions on them. Okay, I feel like this person is very strongly trying to like put a block to you changing directions. They're praying. I feel it's kind of weird because it looks like this person might be not exactly religious, or they might not be spiritual. Okay, but this person is praying. They're praying. Hmm. They're worried that you're ready to let go. Okay. Yeah. They're worried you're getting ready to let go and you're ready to face some kind of truth. That's what they're worried about. Hmm. Yeah, that's what I have. That's what they're worried about. Looks like they're worried you're going to become more and more independent. Okay. For one of you, that's what I'm hearing. You're going to become more and more independent. For some reason, that is something that this person is nervous about. Ah, okay, so this is coming out next. So, your independence, not just your independence, but looks like you're sitting in your power. For one of you, this person is worried that you have choices. Okay. They're worried that you have choices, that you can choose and pick who you want. So this could be okay, so I'm picking up on one of you. This could be like you're dating this person, because this is more like a romantic thing, where you have choices. You can choose another person, a richer person. Actually, this person is worried about you getting involved with somebody who's more stable financially, mentally, grounded. Yes. Okay. Anything else here that Gemini needs to know? Yes, for one of you who this is in a relationship, this person's worried because looks like they've been childish, or they refuse to learn something here. They refuse to, I want to say, acknowledge. For one of you, I feel very strongly that this has something to do with acknowledgement. Okay, something of, yeah, it's like in my third eye. It's telling me it has something to do with acknowledgement. Like, you want something to be acknowledged. You want them to acknowledge something specifically from them because it's important to you. And I'm picking that up in my third eye, not in the cards, guys, just so you know. I use the cards to guide me, but I'm more of what goes on in my third eye than anything. But they're worried about you speaking some kind of truth too. Speaking up and speaking some kind of truth. And getting a different perspective. And I think getting a different perspective is something that's scaring this person. So do expect this person to come in with an apology, because this is what's going on. This is why they want to apologize. And they're worried that when it comes to you, Gemini, I'm hearing when you say something, you mean it. Okay? Like when you say it, they know that you mean what you say. And that is what is scaring this person, because when you say it, they know you're going to do it. Like if you say you're walking out, you're walking out. If you say you've had enough, it's because you've had enough. They know that part. See, you didn't have to teach them that part. They already know that about you. But they just don't want to like come in and do their part. Like they're being selfish. I don't understand why this person's doing that. I mean, because they're coming in as selfish, If you hold up one side and they hold up the other side, like, y'all both can balance things out, then this could work. Y'all could, like, live under the same roof together. And for one of you, that's the case. Like, if they would just do their part, like, put their dishes in the sink, just wipe the table, or put their shoes away. Like, for one of you, it's the simple little things, but those little things really add up. Especially when you have to stop doing what you're doing to correct those little things. It adds up. It adds to the frustration of your life and the stress in your life. So I totally can understand your point of view and how you feel. you know? So anyways, that's what's going on. This person's coming back. They're going to apologize. I don't feel like this apology's authentic. It's more of to make sure that you don't kick them out, and that might be for one of you. Okay? Like they're worried that you're going to like tell them to leave because they know once you say it, that's it. And they know it, it's something that's coming. For one of you, you might have already told this person like, "Hey, you're pushing me to my limit here. You're doing too much. What are you, what's wrong with you? You're a grown person." That might be for one of you. I'm gonna split the cards. The Empress is coming out. One of you might be a mother. Okay, because the Empress is somebody who's, well, usually a pregnant female, right? Um, but yes, you might be the mother. Remember, I was saying earlier, I'm picking up on somebody who's dealing with a adult child in the home. For one of you, you're the mom. Could be the dad. You could be in your feminine energy. So for one of you who is dealing with some this is a romantic situation, it's because of your attractiveness. Okay? Because the Empress came out, and the Empress is a very attractive, fertile, very beautiful woman. Normally, if you're a man, it's because you're very handsome. And she knows that you will attract an Empress. You know what I'm saying? So definitely looks, and not just that, but the Empress is somebody who's very honorable and on top of things, and somebody who has learned a lot of lessons, and very mature person, and can handle things. So that's their fear. Tell me what else is going on here, Spirit. Please and thank you for Gemini. Let me see what else comes out. I'm about to split the cards if nothing comes out. Yes, I'm going to split the cards. The Fool. I don't know, Gemini. The Fool is somebody who does things without thinking. They kind of like just throw themselves out there. They're dreamy. They're hopeful. That kind of thing. But it's also somebody who has pure intentions, too. So I do feel like that's your energy. Okay? Somebody who has pure intentions, hoping for the best, maybe not always doing everything exactly right, but definitely hoping for the best. Isn't these cute cards, guys? Yeah. With the Fool too, you have to remember with the Fool coming out, this could also indicate something life changing. Okay, somebody who's taking a risk, who's about to embark on something new. So you have to remember, it could also indicate like life changing. So you doing something that's life changing would be you packing up and leaving, which would change this person's life, right? Yes. So that's what I had for you, Gemini. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this helps you in some kind of way. Knowing, also, guys, I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Y'all are awesome. I was, so sick. I'm still sick, actually. I'm having this weird pain in my chest, around my ribs, and my legs feel very weak. My body feels very weak. It's weird because mentally, I feel like I'm here mentally now, where before I was very out of it mentally. But now I'm here mentally, but my body is still not like strong. Like I picked up a gallon pitcher that was full. A gallon is only 8 pounds. You know that, right? Like a gallon's only 8 pounds. And I could feel my muscles were really not really wanting to pick it up. I was like, what is wrong with me? I could pick up 8 pounds easily, but I just feel so weak. And I had made myself a drink. I drank out of a big, well, I don't drink out of a Stanley, but it's like a Stanley, like a 32-ounce Stanley. And I don't know what you call these cups. I just call them Stanleys because I don't know what else to call them. But I had, it was almost full, and I picked it up to drink it, and I felt it like it wanted to fall out of my hands. Yeah, guys, do up your vitamin C, because I don't know if I caught something, and I don't know. I haven't been tested or anything. I haven't gone to the hospital. I am going to be going to see the doctor, let her know what happened. I don't know if there's anything they could do about it, but I need to schedule, schedule a ride over there. And anyways, I don't know if they could figure it out afterwards, but the point I wanted to make is just up your vitamin C, take care of yourself, because apparently I heard on YouTube that there was something going around, something else, and I'm wondering if I caught it, maybe it's not exactly like the first bug that got us, but I don't know what it is. But just take care of yourself, guys. Catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I love you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming back. And I really appreciate your well wishes. It means a lot. Your support means a lot. It helps me mentally, physically, and spiritually. And I really, really appreciate your support, guys. Y'all are awesome. Anyways, catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't. And y'all take care. Bye bye.